Hello. We're doing more of this shit again. Alright, I've decided, I've made an executive decision. This game annoys me so much that I'm gonna try recording with booze. Because then, why not? Not wine, I no longer drink wine. I love wine. Wine was my spirit guide, but yeah, I drank so much of it that I get. When I went to the doctors and they were like, "Yeah, no, you're fine. Your liver functions perfect." It's like, it can't be. There's no conceivable way. There should be like a hole in the middle of it, surely, or it should be like a shriveled up prune. But apparently not. Apparently it works. Right. You. See, again, look how unfair this is. Like, it just randomly, A, it jumbled my party, B, jumbled paradigms, and C, gave me the one guy I haven't done anything with. His CP is at 36,000. It's like, really? Really? And like, it's because it just doesn't, it doesn't have a preset. You can't favourite the party selection. It's like, really? The one bit of agency I get and you just forget about it? No, I reject your reality and substitute my own. So yeah. I stopped, but I was so I was fuming. Bitter hatred. Oh god. Oh, what the fuck was our presets though? Because I do not remember to save my life. I'm assuming it was double medic synergist. We had that one. Oh, that was already there. Sorry, I'm not even paying attention. Sab. Yeah, I can live with that. Commando, Ravager. I'm gonna, Commando, Synergist, Medic. I swear I had one more, but I can't for the life of me remember. I got another job interview, so I don't know. I don't even remember who it was for. I applied for something and some lady called me up earlier saying, "Hey, do you want to interview?" I'm like, "Yes, thank you. Kind soul, I'm happy with that." I might actually try double rev sab. Might give that a punt. Oh, Jesus. And then I'll go do your fucking... Oh, great. Oh, well, we're gonna have to take a while to have a look for all this shit. I can barely afford any of it, but fuck it. Boost chain bonus of staggered target upon attacking. That seems helpful. What else you got? This is nice music. See, this music's alright. I don't mind this. Fear Siphon, slightly charged ATP, yeah. That seems brutally overpowered. Anything new in the medics? No, what's the fucking point then? Considering I've set you up as the commando for most of this crap, I think I'm gonna power through that a bit more. Try and get Jeopardize. Yeah, don't you fucking Egypt. Synergist, do you have anything new in the pot? Bar, race time. Oh, okay, are we starting to get into... I mean, I don't really give a shit about Bar Frost and Bar Fire, but it looks like we're starting to get into the defensive support. Ravager, although... Oh, well, there's Renew. I'm just gonna go grab that quickly just for the sake of fuck. Actually, I know what it is. That... Right, okay, I see where I was going wrong with it. It's technique, not, skill, ability, whatever. So that's why it's the thing you have to activate. That makes a little bit more sense. Would have been nice if it told me that and I didn't find it out by accident, but what do you want? For the sake of it, I think I'll go with that. it's handy to have, and he's kind of my go-to doodad. Do you get slow yet, or death, or either or? It's all handy in my book. The Shelga, oh hey! Daddy wants some of that shit. Oh shit, fuck, what's that? Jinx. Upon inflicting new ones, not too bad, it's okay. Yeah, for the sake of it. Because there's not much point trying to get new healing abilities if you're not gonna heal properly! Right, for the sake of checking, fucking you, Sonny Jim, do you have haste? End water, end thunder. No, you see, you're fucking useless to me, kid. So that adds like, right, so that's getting into the offensive side of things, so that's what you're doing. Do you have anything useful to offer, man nor beast? Scourge. Smite, that's pretty standard. Wow, you just suck, dude. Arrow, overwhelm. It's all pretty basic bitch stuff. Blizzara. You just suck, dude. Come on, man. Have a bit of fucking pride. Death Ward. Boost physical and magical resistance when HP is low. That's kinda neat. Challenge. Force a single enemy to attack you. Isn't that what Provoke is? Or is that this will absolutely work? So there's Medigard. There's Renew. Anything else? Entrench. Counter-attack off defending, dealing more damage the longer you defend. Well, we've seen that. It doesn't fucking work. What about you? Do you have any more in your sab? Because I will fuck actually, I can't fuck Vanille off, can I? Oh. If Hope got something fresh, maybe. Fog. Disable target spell casting abilities and deal magic damage. Oh, mate. I mean, that's pretty fucking good. I don't know about you. Oh, I can't really argue with that. And the only problem with those, like, absolute cock-block ones is that they tend to be, well, cock-blocked by most enemies, especially boss enemies. They will not care for slow. In fact, most of her crap that she can dish out is cock-blocked by boss enemies. Alright, yeah, I'll leave them. I've kind of got my party, just absolute balls out offense. It works for me. Oh well. Oh yeah, this fucking cutscene again. That one. I feel like we are starting to reach the point where I am going to have to start giving a shit about what they do. Like, I can kind of buff and jimmy it this way, but I might have to start buffing items and actually sorting my inventory and crap. Which I'm not looking forward to. I can't be bothered. Oh, that was a beastly fart, that one. It's not high on my list of shit to care about. Like, I'm essentially waiting till the end game, and I'm just going to dump everything I've got. And then go turtle farm. Well, you're having a bad go of it, aren't you? I think to be honest. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Oh, I'm a spastic, I am. We'll try that. I completely forgot to do the best one. Or the safety dart. Well, not the safety darts, but Commando, Ravager, Medic. Ah, they can fucking do it. They'll be alright. Actually. Considering they're doing fuck all for the minute. Switch back to... Oh, really? Really? Ah, you know, you think you're doing something right, and then it fucks you over. Can you not? If I fucking lose again, I'm gonna fucking throw bricks at people. I may as well switch to that, because it's the basic equivalent of what I want to do. Switch back to that. Fuck him into the ground. He must die. Cool. Yeah, I feel like that kind of works as just a decent back and forth thing, but it would be nice to just sort of have a healing plus damage style dealy. It gets you through it. I mean, like I say, once you actually get them to become erect, then they're a lot easier and quicker to take down. Oh, good. Oh! Oh, that's fantastic. You just tell me that after I dump. That's clever, that. I would have really liked that, but no. You're also free. You may also freely select the members of your battle team. To take on a new role, a member must first learn an ability for that role. You can teach a party member new abilities via the Crystarium. Thank you. Does that mean I'm allowed to move Shightning? Ah? Probably not. Why would you wait till that was that fight that significant? I'm getting angry. I didn't see 1 through 4, but I'm sure the 5th arc's alright. Unless it's like Die Hard.
This place. It must be an
Yeah, thank you. That's why the big writing showed up and told me that.
That's what they called them.
Called what?
Long ago, the Falsi who made their home on Grand Pulse were afraid of invasion from the outside.
Aliens?
As part of their battle preparations, they created an army of living weapons. And they stored those weapons in arcs. And they hid the arcs all over the world.
Here's a thought. If you created an army of living weapons, then how about you use them instead of enslaving people? Because people, as we can quite plainly see, are moany, annoying, reject your philosophies, and generally don't do what you tell them to do.
Searching, but they never found a thing.
And we flew through a building and ended up right there.
Who'd have thought to look on Cocoon?
Right under our noses. Some secret they kept.
Who maintains it?
Sanctum guys. What are they up to?
The story's not done.
Oh, well, why just stop halfway through then?
Used to say the arcs had a more practical purpose.
Really?
Yeah, to force Lassie to master their shiny new powers.
Again,
Okay.
why not create a better robot?
Daisley's goal is to forge us into stronger weapons. Right.
Not Seath, but monsters all the same.
Think of it as training for the fight ahead.
Herb's right.
Or you could turn around and reject him like you have been. Ah!
These guys.
Fucking Christ, is the cameraman busting for a piss, or has he been hammering whiskey? Keep it steady, lad. Oh good, it's those bomb fuckers again. Right, so we now have access to the full banana. As you can probably guess, as I said before, I believe I said before, the sort of rounding out the group of 6 classes, basically the offshoots generally come out as crap. So, yeah, you got provoke, evade, elude. Actually, oh fucking hell, it's quite an extensive tree. Counter. Yeah. So it's essentially like you can, if you want to. As you can see, the CP cost is 42,000 to get to that point. Oh, actually, no. Is it 42,000 just to get there? Jesus Christ. So it can get a bit fucking expensive. But essentially, if you want to sort of min-max your own party and kind of achieve that kind of goal, then you can do. And I do like that, but generally you're going to end up with just worse. I mean, obviously, again, because they've got strengths, and then if you try and buff up their weaknesses, then you can kind of make the party however you want. And it has its merits, I kind of like it. But on the other hand, it kind of, other than the strengths of specific skills, well, it means that every character can essentially do exactly the same thing. Really. Like, you got what, in water, in frost, and protect. So lightning can boost attack, boost defense, and give you elemental damage. It's like, I would rather just have someone who can do that, but more like there was no haste in there. Sab, deprotect. This wouldn't actually be too bad because it means that you can drop a general sab, and you can use lightning as your commando plus saboteur, because Fang hasn't unlocked some of the juiciest shit yet. But I mean, even then, it goes to deprotect, Protega, which is pretty good. That reduces physical and magic, or physical resistance and deal magic damage. Alright, it reduces physical, but like I say, it kind of ties in with the fact that she's a more physical based character. It's fine, it's just it costs slightly more than the sun to reach that point. So you're not going to be seeing it anytime soon. I'm actually wondering, do you get haste? God, that would be... Does anyone get haste apart from... it says... Vigilance, Veil... Bar Water, Bar Frost... So interestingly, she's got the more offensive sab skills, but she's got defensive synergist skills. Fuck knows why. No, Protector, you see, you're not helping me, are you? I have a... Actually, you know what? Fuck it. What? You have the most CP out of everyone. What's your what's your gimmick? What's your gig? Curse, pain. Oh, that's quite interesting. Disable target's physical abilities. Disable target's spellcasting abilities. Okay. Jinx. Daze. Slow. And suddenly, Hope doesn't look quite as shit. Oh, Snow. Fuck. Ignore that. They're not the same person. But it just shows how bland and boring they are. Protect, Vigilance, Shell, Bravery, Faith, boring. I'm assuming there's no one that can do haste and slow. That would be too good to be fucking true, wouldn't it? Did I check you? Do you get slow there, kid? De-Protega, De-Shelga. You actually get some good sab shit right off the bat, actually. Dispel, that's good. Cursaga, Jinx, Poisonga. Alright, so his shit all deals in AoE, which is kind of cool. What about you? What Ravager shit do you get? You're one of the few people that isn't a fucking Ravager in this bloody game. But I think you're the only one. Yeah, that's weird. Error. Oh, you get some different strikes, that's neat. Bunch of different strikes, actually. Actually, not a bad collection of skills, to its credit. Synergist. I know this is brilliant, but it's about as interesting as the actual combat itself, so... Ignore that. I've already done the bins, thank you, computer. I can't even be bothered to click off of it, because the last time I clicked off to do something, it corrupted the fucking recording, so you're gonna have to look at that. Unless... Oh, bollocks. Hang on a minute. Fuck off. No. No. I can always guarantee I'm gonna forget to edit that out, so I don't know, deal with it. Protectra, Shelra. Hey. Like I say, it's not setting anyone's pubes alight, but it's interesting all the same. I'm not going to dabble into it just yet. I don't know how in depth I'll go with the party stuff. It depends if I can get into a good rhythm of turtle murder. Because I can't remember, it gives you a shit ton of CP, and it gives you platinum ingots, or something like that. Because I remember it, because I had to do it loads.
What do we do?
So, yeah. It gives you good experience, it gives you a lot of money. It's just really fucking helpful. Oh, wait, no, switch to that, switch to that, switch to that. There you go, that's that good shit. At least one of us got fucking haste, so it's not too shabby. Wait a minute, why aren't you flipping him in the air? Is he too heavy? Oh, cool, that's gone well. Nah, Vanilla, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Maybe not. Oh, fuck, I forgot to bloody change to bloody... No, fuck it, we'll figure it out. Yeah, let's do that. Lovely. I was going to talk about something. What was I going to talk about? Yeah, I saw an interesting video. I don't know if any of you know, there's quite an interesting... I suppose he calls himself a comedian. So, we'll go with that. Get rid of that fucking thing. Called Jonathan Pye. He's... he does a lot of political satire, which I rather enjoy. Because I hate politics, I think all politics is dumb. And people who put a lot of faith and stock in politics in general and politicians trying to do the right thing, in my opinion, are just fucking wrong. As I said before, my sister has a permanent tinfoil hat on. She can't help it. And I just think it's the wrong way to go about it. What are you doing, Says? Yeah, hit that dude, please. Because he's going to do his explodey dance, and I don't like that. Fuck him up. Thank you. Cool. But yeah, some guy was responding to a little sort of talk piece that he did. Because he's quite a bold fella, to his credit. And essentially what he was, what his initial video was I don't know if any of you saw the pug controversy, where some dude basically trained his pug dog how to do a Nazi salute, which I thought was brilliant and very funny and ingenious. Actually, I really enjoyed that.
New strategy.
Like, it's, you know, it's making fun of Nazis. It's you know, sort of a cheeky take on, because the whole point was to try and make something that his girlfriend finds so unbelievably adorable into just the worst thing he can possibly think of. And yeah, like I say, I think training the dog to do a Nazi salute is pretty terrible, but it was a good joke. Anyway, he didn't get sent to prison in the end. I think there was too much backlash over it. But he had to pay an £800 fine, which was interesting. But anyway, Jonathan Pye stood outside the Scottish court where he was being prosecuted and did a full-on Nazi walk in protest of this, because the main thing that he took issue with, well, I mean, apart from the fact that some bloke was getting prosecuted for a joke, was, like I say, the fact that the judge said that it doesn't matter what the context is. That's what the judge said. That was the reason that he, that the bloke got sentenced. Because it doesn't matter what context it is, you know, it doesn't matter. You trained a dog to do a Nazi salute. It can't be funny. It's like, yes, it can. It was very funny, I thought. Oh, what the fuck is that? And like I say, a lot of it goes into sort of like freedom of speech, and again, like how far is, you know, how far is too far. Which I'm of the personal opinion that there isn't, like, there shouldn't be some kind of bizarre like, everything offends someone. I could say that cuttlefish are tasty, and a cuttlefish enthusiast would pop out of the woodwork and say, how dare you, the cuttlefish is a proud and noble species of fish. That it doesn't get enough love, and you're here slagging it off saying it's tasty. It's like, you can never please anyone. But anyway, this bloke said something that I thought was quite interesting, because Jonathan Pye maintains that the right, the political side, has reclaimed freedom of speech, and that the left side of it is scared. Like, hence why the left is called, you know, labelling everything that moves. They're saying that, you know, this matters, that matters, that matters, and it's like, well, no, everything matters. So he's saying that, you know, like I say, the right have claimed this thing that should just, you know, is a indisputable, you know, part of our society, and the left are scared of it. And this bloke came out and said, well, actually, no. It's not just a simple case of that. It's that the, oh, what was his specific point? It's, oh, see, now I had my train of thought and I lost it. Because I was going to start going to something else. I'm really crap at this. This whole YouTube bollocks. Yeah, thanks, Bootius. It wasn't that the right had claimed it, so to say. It was more that the left are actively fighting against it. Like, it's not that the left's scared of freedom of speech. It's just that they're actively prosecuting it. Which I still think is kind of interesting in its own right. I mean, you can kind of debate that one. I think it's pretty on the money. But what I find more interesting, and like I say, it's not necessarily just freedom of speech itself that's kind of not necessarily being depleted, but it was more, what the judge said really sort of said a lot to me, which was that the context doesn't matter. Because that's what I think a lot of the world's missing at the moment. For some reason or another, context is being just ignored. Like, oh, it's kind of tricky to explain without actually offending people, but I don't know, like I say, I feel like I speak my mind decently well. I only censor myself on a couple of occasions where I look back on it and think, I've been really out there on that one. But I'm of the opinion where it's like, if I want to say something, I should be allowed to say it, and I'd fail to see why not. I am an person, I live on this planet, I have opinions, I'd fail to see why you shouldn't be able to say something just because it might hurt someone. And the other thing I quite like about Jonathan Pye's stance on it, which is like, if you are a racist or a bigot, then you should be allowed to say that you hate so-and-so because of their, you know, colour or whatever, because then you can be debated and talked down, and then you have a conversation and a discussion about why you feel that way, and, you know, like, counterpoints to your argument, and that's a really strong thing that we don't have anymore. You're either, you know, if you voted for Brexit, you're a racist. That's it, that's the end of it. And that's just not true. Like, one thing I found really interesting was I was working with a guy when Brexit came around. I didn't vote for it because I hate voting. I don't really care. My opinion has very little relevance. But I also found it interesting that my mate got called a racist for voting for Brexit, and I was like, well, okay, then why? And he was like, because it was something different. Instead of the usual boring status quo that doesn't get us anywhere, someone stood up and said, would you like to try something new? And he said, yeah, I'll give that a go. Why not? You know, it's like, say, it sucks now, so how much worse can it get? And evidently it's looking like it's going to get a lot worse. I don't think it was the right call. But I can understand where he's coming from, at least. He didn't do it out of hatred, he did it more out of just general apathy for what we have now. And I think that's worrying than, you know, being a racist or whatever. Like, just generally, like, what we have now is crap, so I'm going to try something else regardless of whatever the consequences might be. Because it's not now. It's new, it's fresh, it's different. But yeah, like I say, as well as I agree and I like the sort of idea of people should be able to say what you want because then you can talk to them about it and understand their point of view and debate their point of view. But I also find it interesting, like I say, no one considers context anymore. At all. Like, I'm struggling to think of examples, but like, it's all just blanket labels. It's all, you've said so this and this, so you are this. It's like, no, we might have said it in a different point of view or trying to satirise it. There was, there's another bloke that was really good, but I can't fucking remember his name off the top of my head. But he had a Channel 4 interview where basically he was asked, he has a unique philosophy, which is sort of like, you know, people who are saying shit's too hard or shit ain't good enough should get up and go do something, you know, if it's too hard, go change it. And he has quite a lot of interesting ideas on, like, you know, sort of where women stand at the moment, sort of in regards to equality and stuff like that. And he went on Channel 4, and basically everything that he said up to that point was taken entirely wildly out of context and used against him. And it was like he had to debate his own point from scratch because someone just decided that what he said could be used in an entirely different way. And then when framed in that point of view, it kind of made him out to be a villain as opposed to what he was trying to make, which was reasonable, rational points. I can't remember what the bloke's called, but I don't know. I'll forget to put it in the comment or the description by the time this video comes out, but there you go. But yeah, like I said, I think that's kind of the main thing that's missing from a lot of general discussion these days, which is just like, there's such a lack of context. Like, when you see a really clickbaity article, you know, the general expectation is you just go, Umgar! Who did what now? What was it? For a particularly British take on it, what was it? Ann Ordek from Ann Ordek and Andek fame got caught drink driving, and I didn't bother to read it because tabloids make me want to throw up and eat poo. But again, like, the outrage and the backlash of, oh, how could a children's TV presenter fucking, oh, how could he do such a terrible, horrible thing? Like, how did he end up at, like, there was no sort of like, how did he end up at that point? It was, how could he needs to set an example for people, and it's like, well, you haven't bothered to analyse why. I saw nothing talking about, oh, he did it because of this, or he had social pressure at home and shit like that. Like, there's no looking past why he did it, it's just that he did it. And like I say, I think adding context back to a lot of the discussions we have at the moment would be a really powerful just change that would help a lot. But then again, context is hard, so like, it requires individual judgment as opposed to judgment made on a grander scale. It's not something you can follow, it's something you have to decide for yourself, and that's terrifying. So, I get it, but it doesn't really help. It's something that's really holding the world back. Just this, just constant, like, urge to just label something or have an instantaneous reaction to shit that you see, and it's just like, that doesn't forward conversations or help anyone understand. Like, it's just really reductive and not helping in the least. Why aren't you using Blitz? Wow, Bootius, you really want to play Impossible Creatures, don't you, buddy? But I was thinking about it earlier because I was cleaning my bog, as you do, and I remember I was being told about,
The enemy off balance.
I swear, it was a while ago now, but I swear it was true. There was a law in France where,
Thank you.
oh, what was it? Oh, I'm trying to remember the fucking name. A crime of passion. That was it. I can't remember if it was legit or not, if it was just something that was... No, I swear it was true. Because a crime of passion makes it sound like a just standard, like, ah, it's a French thing. It's a crime of passion. It's like, okay. Oh my god, will you fuck off? I think I'm dead. Am I? Or is Vanille gonna save me? Maybe. Yeah, alright, she's managed to pull it back from the brink. Yeah, again, I should go look things up, but I'm lazy and unresearched, I'm fully aware of that. So if it's interests you, feel free to look it up yourself, and if I'm wrong, feel free to tell me. It's always good to learn new things. Because Christ knows I don't learn much with my constant diet of anime and FIFA. But, I swear there was a law that there was a, like you say, you could commit a crime of passion. So say you murdered someone. Terrible, awful thing, pretty irredeemable. But if you know the reason that you murdered person X was because person X was shagging your wife, suddenly the context is different. Suddenly it's like, ah, I see why you did this. Alright, you're still gonna get time for it. You're not gonna get off scot-free, you still murdered a guy. But there's a bit more understanding of why exactly you did it, and as such the punishment will reflect that. So, I'm, again, not saying that that specific example makes it fine, but again, when you lend context and understanding to something, it changes the way that you have to look at it. And then it builds up a different picture. The problem is that that takes a fuck of a lot longer than just getting a massive tar brush out and saying, this is right, this is wrong, lines in the sand. There's no grey area. We need more grey. It's either black or white. You're either right or you're wrong. There's no just grey. There's no goo. There's no grey goo. Oh shit. What the fuck is he doing? He's a belter, look at him. I don't even know why I went on that tangent, I just find it interesting. Like I say, you're cleaning the bog, you got a bit of time. Something that popped into my head. But I do think it is sort of an interesting outlook to at least have. I mean, I'm assuming it's the general consensus between people with brains and not people who just sellotape to their phones and go, ah, Justin Timberlake ate puppies, ah, Sean. It's like, why did he eat puppies? Was it for a dare? Or was he held at gunpoint? I hope that becomes a nice bit of fake news. That'd be quite funny. Couple of days. Oh, Justin Timberlake eats puppies. How could he? This fucking blob monster needs to piss right off, man. He's taking a piss. Let's actually try and hammer him down, because you're being a bastard, alchemic ooze, eh? Oh my god.
Change of plan.
Oh, bugger all!
We can get through this.
Can you fucking not? Yeah, I like to say, I said it last part, and I'm saying it now, you can see that there's a certain... I'm hitting that brick wall, where enemies are getting super fucking strong.
Change of plan.
Oh, really? Wait, oh, Vanille's got him. Yes! Vanille, you did a thing. I'm proud of you. It was a long road, but you got there in the end. Thank God. Anyway, give us your thoughts. Oh no, there you go, that filled up an episode. Like I say, you could argue that I'm entirely wrong. It's just that I think if you're going to argue for all free speech, or for freedom of speech in general, then you're going to have a lot better luck if you try and hammer home context is more important. Because there's, like I say, it's strange fear of just being offended all the time. It's like, no, being offended is good. It means you have opinions on things. That's cool. like I say, when people can't, when it reaches the point where a joke is deemed illegal, that's kind of where it goes a bit too far. Like, I can understand why people don't want to hear bad things. Like, no one does. But that's going, oh fuck, it's the bird dudes. Like I say, getting that wound up about it. I mean, someone's that came out, I think it was, because I remember it was a backlash from the Jewish community. And again, they have a lot of credence and reason to be angry, and that's fine. But someone came out and said, I feel sorry for the dog. It's like, last time I checked, a dog doesn't know or care that it's doing a Nazi salute. Like, does a dog know any better? Did the dog cry? Like, really? In fact, my mum said exactly the same fucking thing. Like, good, I hope that they lock the person up who did it. It's like, are you joking? And again, I get my mum, she's deaf, so, you know, disabled people were hurt a lot in that sort of, you know, space and a period of time. Just disabled people in general. But, you can't fucking... like, it just doesn't make any sense. Vanille, can you please cure Saz? Wow, dude.
No.
I got fucked. Okay. Yeah, I think we're reaching that cut-off point, aren't we? I get, like, my mum... I'm not gonna... Like, she's... Well, in fact, yeah, she comes from an entirely different community, so she's got to be pretty open-minded. Like, it's not just a case of, oh, you're deaf. It's a case of, this is an entirely different community, a group of people with different values and ideals. But even I was really shocked to hear that from her. I was like, wow, seriously? I find it hysterical, and she was genuinely insulted. I mean, she does love dogs as well, but so do I, and I thought, But again, it's just that, like, oh, evil man, lock him up. It's like, no, if you feel that way, talk to him about it. Understand why he did it. Not just, I don't know. I don't know. What the fuck do I want to do? Because if they're going to start locking shit down, I might try with that. What, did I catch him unawares? Yeah, you see, that's going to help a lot. Is that Stinkini? Oh, you need to die, sunshine. You are not allowed to live. See, that's a lot more like it. I can work with that. That's a skatan... What? Yeah, see, this I can live with, because when you do this, the Sab's just going to naturally lower their shit and also, like, maintain the stagger gauge.
That's how it's done.
That's pretty good. I can work with that. I guess, well, it's saying to hop down here, but that's just to another fight, so... Is it just the one fella, or two? Just the one fella, alright. Like, look how much damage they're doing, like, Jesus Christ. I didn't realise something. Is that what Horluch is based off of? They look very similar, don't they? I'll say similar, you know what I mean. Couple more of you fuckers. Do I have to? God, this is gonna suck. I haven't cheated and randomly caught him unawares. Oh, sweet. Stakini is really easily staggered. That's awesome. Now that I know that... Oh shit, I need to keep an eye on the little deer. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Time for another approach.
Oh, what, again, why does the stagger gauge go down while a fucking cutscene is playing?
Thanks.
Huzzah. Anyway, can we go this way? I'm confused. What's over here? Oh, is that just another way down? Oh, great. So what is that? Got a bomb fella, a bird fella, and another bird fella. Spectacular. Oh wait, can I just cheat? Oh, spot on. Fuck you guys. Yeah, all this shit looks fucking identical. Where are we at? 46 minutes. Okay. I see where this is going, and then I'll stop. I only plan on doing one because Stardew Valley got the oh god, Stardew Valley got a multiplayer beta yesterday, so I'm gonna try that out with Ross.
These things are alive.
What's this sanctum up to?
I don't know. Who cares? None of this shit makes any sense anymore. Right, let's switch back to you. Because you can see the... Oh, great. You can probably avoid them, but fuck it for the sake of doing it.
Win if you stay focused.
Oh shit, okay, change of plan. Flip him in the air. Thank you. All is right in the world. Do you... No, no. But it was just not trying hard enough. There you go, that's more of that good shit. Oh dude, his stagger gauge runs out well quick. Come on.
New strategy.
Let's go with that. I mean, he's decently easy to stagger anyway, so I'm not overly bothered. Yep, there you go. Happy days. Oh, that's right, the little fucker makes his sword. What a cheeky git. Oh. Oh, well, you're fucking dead. There's no two ways about it. Fuck it, I may as well just focus on murdering you at this point. Like, you're staggered, there's no reason not to. Sorry, Saz, you're fucked. Well, I can't be bothered to go and solve the problem. Oh, there you go, it solves itself. Alright then, watch out for the fucking stupid blade thing. Can I sneak round you? Yeah, cool. Makes my life a whole lot easier.
Time for another approach. Thank you.
No, that's interesting. Is it weak to frost? Oh, okay. Oh, cool. If there's one thing I actually do quite like, I like that the AI gets smarter the more you like fight something, because it figures out the weaknesses and what skills you can use on it. There's my insightful musings on shit. Right, let's fucking murder the sword this time. It shouldn't be too far. It's a look at it, it's a fucking sword. How hard could it fucking be? Oh, actually, it's quite a trooper. Well, credit where credit's due. Good for you, sword. I know he's still staggered, but his sword is apparently way stronger than he is, so. Lawmaster? What the fuck is that for? Whatever. There an item in there? Anything cool? Anything fun? There you go. I got a pair of Rigels. What do they do? Augment maintenance. I forgot what that is. Stagger lock. Prevents staggering of enemies. What? Why on earth would you ever want that? That's the worst fucking pistol I've ever heard of in my life. What a colossal waste of everyone's fucking time. Is that to try and make the game harder or take longer? Probably both.
Well, at least we shouldn't run into SciComm here.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll call it there. I think this is just kind of bumbling around. I know all of it's been bumbling around, but it's bumbling when you don't have a specific goal, so it'll probably take a while. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I remember someone said they wanted more political rambling, so there you go, there's some. I guess. If that works for you, I don't know. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you in a bit. Peace.